At the moment, we're more or less standing at the ridge of this triangular. The altitude of this location is 3,700 meters above the sea level. Why we're collecting the sample at this height is mostly to find out the climatic signal in the terrains of Abstenza, standing at the mountain ridge and mountain pass of this triangular. So to go for this is the equipment called Increment water, what I told you in the class. And this has got 3 parts. This is the structure, or in simple terms, a spoon. And what I told you in the class, don't keep this on the ground. And you have to place this on the trunk. I'm going to keep this on the ground floor. Let it to trample on the spoon, then you damage the spoon. Then there's no way to correct. However, this method we use. We're going to bring to the normal position. And this is the increment border. And this is the handle plus cover for the transportation. We use as a cover for transportation, and now we use this as a handle for pouring the sample. And we just put this, and then we have a lock up there. Unlock it and then lock it. Now fix. Now this is standing ready for pouring a sample from the tree. And now, so after the selection of the tree at the site, now we have to just go around and find out the best place for calling a sample. And this I'll just go around and then check how suitable this is. And now again, which side to call depends on the research objectives. Now if you are using for the climate, to find out the climate signal in the terrains, then we go for along the counter lines. And at this position, this is small standing on the flat ground. So from any direction you can call the tree. From any direction you can call the tree, for the tree standing on the ground. If it is standing on the slope like this, then you have to go from this side and then from that side. So for every tree we collect 2 samples. So now with this tree, first you have to fill up the informations about the site. So now, so you have to put the handle like this, straight. So when I fix my position, height position, you have to check that it will not struck the ground surface. See, at this position, it's more or less fit at this point. And at the same time, you have to think about the knot. If your engine boiler hits this knot, then this will damage your boiler. So now it happened to strike at this position, let it hit this. And so if I happen to strike on this part, so I have to check from around whether there's knot from other parts or not. Again, let it hit this one. You have to check knot. And again at the base, if I hit at this position, then there are very less knots. No other knots are down there. And at some time I have to be careful. Now this tree is small, so you just put everything at this side is enough. So now for this tree, with one time, I can go for both the samples. Starting from here, I'll in the head. Or because of the obstruction from other side, because there's another branch. So I'll go one from this side and another sample from another side. So place the equipment at this position where there are no knots inside and no branches. So when you go with this, so 90 degree and straight. And now just fix it with this. Straight, press it hard and then now go. Once fix it, then you go slowly inside. Clockwise direction. For the beginner, you have to go like this. Like this. And now, this increment border has the strand of
50%.
rotating, but it do not have the strand of bending up and down. So don't hang on the other side. Sometimes you get tired and then you like then you break the increments.
Not less than 35,000.
No, this freely. Just you keep your force on this side and that side. This has the power of 2 string. Nothing will happen with the 2 string. So a company has manufactured in that way. So remember clockwise. And now, how much it has gone inside? Check with this.
Yes.
This is the balance left up to this point, and now this much has gone inside. More or less gone to the, more or less it has crossed the center. For the shoulder T, a little bit, get inside. Now, this is spoons. At the end, this is the hook that will take the sample out. And when this is inserted, it will slide. But when you take it out, this will hook the samples. So now, from downward, the samples there inside now, inside the border, and you have to slide from downward, like this, and then get inside. So, gone. It, well, if something gets wrong with the sample inside, this will not get inside. It will stuck somewhere in the middle. So if this is the position, then you have to take the sample out and then increment out and then remove the sample from inside. So far, while putting inside, I use the anti-clockwise direction. Now I'll use the clockwise direction earlier. Now I'll go with the anti-clockwise direction to remove the sample. Now, inside the sample is like this. It's already detached from all parts of the wood inside the teeth. Now, it's still not detached from the tip of the sample and then main tongue of the sample like this. Not that detached, still they're attached. Now, I'm going to work this now. So therefore, detachment. While turning the anti-clockwise direction, because the hook will catch the sample like this, and when you turn it, it will break the sample and they will bring the sample forward. So now, I'll go with the anti-clockwise direction. 1, 2, 3, at least 3 cycles. So now, I'll take the sample out now. Sample is coming out now. So, do you go with this? You have to make it ready for its house. So usually with the other scientists do, the secret lighter, you mean? Using those secret lighter to stick it and make it and seal the kit. So I'm using this one instead of that one. So now slit, so sample will not go out. So now, you need dust, you remove that one, and you have to be very careful. This may fall down if you don't take care. So I'll put this inside the straw. See, it has allergy. You remove that one and then place it back on the chichang. I told you we must hit the pit. So here we find the pit. Here we find the round semicircle. Round here. See? The land direction, the land direction. And we find the round here. Do you get it? So that's the pit. That's the center of the tree. So now put back. Usually what other person do in other countries, to write the ID here. B F 01 E. This is the ID code for the sample. And then they also write the date using the marker pen on the straw.
But
And
straws
then
are
put it-
limited, so the straws are limited here in Bhutan, so
Yes,
it's probably
exactly.
not smart to.
So right there and then close this gate. Then put it in the
Back.
put in the bag in the case, balance. Now, in absence of that, what I do, I write on a very small piece of paper, roll it and put inside, and then seal it. This giving the reaction to this increment boiler. It will try to compress, get close, because it is enjoying the chi. Now chi wants to recover from that. If you don't remove quickly, then it becomes harder to take it out. So now I will remove. So anti-clockwise direction. And at the end, slowly. Don't let this to fall down. Take the sample like this, out from the end. While taking out, you should ensure that not to damage the samples. And also not to displace the part like this more. You place it in the position. And now why I place it in this position in order to find the land. I want the land that is equal to the mount. So based on this land of the sample I have to fix the land of the mount. So if your sample if you are going for the other mounts, the longer the sample you have to fix this mount in line with the samples and make it just ensure to keep the space from the top with this space and from the ground with this space. So we want this space to write the ID codes and details. So now on the parts where covered by the samples, you have to keep the space free. So later on we'll have to write the dates on the sample. Therefore you have to cut in, but this sample was cut earlier, so it's ready to use it. So you use the glue and you have to fill up the group with this glue, and do not put too much glue and also do not put very less glue. So now I'm satisfied of this position. Now I have to take this position now. I have to take that position. So now whether this anatomical and pitching position matches with this or not, with this part or not. So I think this is the position. Look at the ring pattern. They are coming to each other, most ring patterns. Most. That position. Inside also up and down, here also up and down. So I am satisfied up to that position. Now I have to take this position now, in a manner. I think this is the position now, correctly most. So I am using the carpenter scale technique. Because I'm satisfied with that, but now I have to check with this one. So perfectly matching. See, look at using the carpenter techniques. And see, shiny surface on both the parts, shiny surface on both the parts, and also running up and down. And they are so exactly matching with their surface inside the woods. So I'm satisfied now. So now I'll go with this part. Even you can go with this part, bigger parts. So up and down, motion. Shiny surface, I keep the shiny surface this side and that side. Shiny surface, okay. So that now, with this position, and then next is the bar. I look for the shiny surface. They're not the one which are attached with the cambium, so this is the one. Perfect. Now, so shiny surface that side and this side. Emotion. Trick matching. No. Yes, now matching. So good to just mix with the glue. Put the glue at the tip and then you mix it this position. So this is how we place each part of the sample in their perfect and respective pole. So now I'll go for the masking tabs. Then you go and fix in the position and you just place the tab wherever you find the loose, where the samples not being able to get contact with the mount. And also you have to fix the masking tabs on the parts where there is a broken part. Now next step is removing of the IT cord, because we have kept the space on the top as well as on the bottom side, lower side. Now I use the pen, because most of the person use the pencil. But now I prefer to go for the pen. I also used to go with the pencil. But after some years, this pencil fades away, and then didn't know exactly what the IT code of the sample. So pen is better. So now I started using the sample, because the people use the pencil, because at the beginning it happened to make the mistake. It's easy to erase symbol. For that purpose they are using the pencil. And some scientists, what they do is first they use the pencil, and after processing all the samples very well and dating the sample very well and analyzing data very well and everything work well till the publication of the paper, then at the publication of the paper they didn't do that. Their paper became so famous or so useful, then they give the pen marks on the sample. Now I write the code here because you have the space on this side. First on the side of the mount. So what's the name of this?
PFG. G 01
E na 01A mo. Yes, 01A. Then J 19. Write the date of your collecting day. Now again I write another at the back of the mount and samples to ensure that if someone loses after my date or in my absence, then that person will have to know what this P stands for, what this F stands for, what this G stands for. So for that purpose, I write P as Phumsungda mo.
Yes.
Phumsungda, then F for then G waiting. So you have to write this, then all the pictures are there.
Yes.
On the sample. If I'm not here, someone wants to use my sample, please get the information from the sample. What is called? First is the name of the place, and second letter is the name of the cheese species, and third is the number of the cheese. So this is the internationally standardizing. So this is how we go. Now we have mounted the samples, and also we have given the IT code for the samples, and now you have to keep these samples for drying after keeping for 2 to 3 hours, or even you can keep just for one night, and the next day, for example, next day the sample become ready for removing these masking tabs and then going for sandwich. ready to measure. Send initial value followed by limit value now. Initial value. So okay. So proceed with measuring now. I can start now. Okay, now here's the remote control. One here is on the fin, but not on the reset. You put on the reset, holding the gauge change. Put the finger on the fin and one hand on this side, and I should do on the microscope. More. So we get a beep beep motion.
Yes.
Now we get another different sound. Listen carefully. To get
So,
bang.
the point of view.
I'll go to that fan that I want to show you. Yeah, stop. Ready, when we're ready,